Miss Danreael here, and I have a word for you. Real eyes, real eyes, real eyes. Yes, this video is going to be about discernment and discerning the people in our life and just questioning like what is your purpose? What is your motive for being in my life? So look, the verse for this video is 1 John 4:1, and it reads, "Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are of God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world." So look, I want to remind you that every relationship that you're in, you should know, is this relationship good for me? Does this person treat me right? What is their real motive? And some of us, we're good-hearted. We're genuine. We love people off the rip. You feel me? Like, we trust people off the rip until they show us otherwise. God is saying to discern every spirit in your life. It says, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are of God. So what does that mean? That means you need to know who God is and what does he stand for? What are the characteristics of God? The fruits of the spirit is a good start. Galatians 5:23, I believe. Is this person loving? Is this person kind? Is this person a believer? If you're a believer in Jesus Christ and you want to be Christ-filled, you want to live a Christ-like life, you want to follow God, you need to have a partner the same way. You cannot be settling for someone who's not a believer, because at the end of the day, their morals and the things they believe is not aligned with you. That's so important. That's a start. Especially if you're a woman, you need to have a God-fearing man, somebody who follows Christ, somebody who lives for the Lord, obeys the Lord, honors his word, is in his word, because the man is the leader. And if a man cannot lead, what can he do for you? Nothing. I don't want no man that don't believe in the Most High God, who don't believe in Jesus Christ, who don't follow the Lord, who don't live for the Lord, who's of the world. I don't want that. And you shouldn't either. And vice versa for the men. You don't want a woman who's not a God-fearing woman. You don't want a whore. You don't want these Instagram models. You don't want none of that. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to get nothing from it. And I'm saying that with sincerity. There's a lot of whores on the internet right now. They're whoremongers. They're Jezebels. And you know what's crazy? Because people are so indulged in social media, they're looking at this stuff every day. And what is it doing? It's feeding their spirit, and they're being held back from, real love, real relationships, because you're looking at whores all day. I'm just being honest. Real eyes, real eyes, real eyes. And I want to remind you, this is real eyes, real lies, real lies. Yes. It says test the spirits. Everybody in your life, you should be questioning, is this person for me? And it's a way to see this. Like, you see what are their actions aligning with their words? Yeah, they might say they love you. Yeah, they might be your bro. Yeah, they might be your sis. But is the way they treating you lining up with what God says is okay and what isn't? It says, for many false prophets have gone out into the world. There's a lot of false prophets. There's a lot of false people. They perpetrating. They faking. They lying. They playing a role. They acting. And it's people like you and I who are genuine, who are good people. They got to deal with a bunch of actors. Don't nobody want no actor. Nobody. And anybody who's watching this that's one of them actors, stop wasting people's time. If you want to be a bad person, go do that. But don't play with somebody who's a good person and just waste their time. You feel me? This video is about discernment. I want to give you the definition of discernment really fast, because it's so important, because this is your protection. Discernment means the ability to judge well. Perception in the absence of judgment with view to obtaining spiritual guidance and understanding. It says the ability to perceive, understand, and judge things clearly, especially those that are not obvious or straightforward. So some of these people, it's not obvious that they're not for you. It's not like out there because they playing you. But if you real and you realizing stuff and you seeing the lies, you gonna know like, yeah, this ain't for me. And you gotta be close to God to do this. God will give you the spirit of discernment if you don't have it when you're close to him, because he wants to protect you. And God can do this through signs. He can send it through your dreams. He can speak through other people to you. You can watch a movie and see something that, convicts the Holy Spirit within you. Like, God will show you if a person is not for you, but you got to be walking with him, and you got to be open to, listening to him and doing what he says. Because at the end of the day, God don't want nobody hurting. He don't want nobody to be hurt when they don't have to be. And like I said, a lot of these people in this world, in this day and age today, they acting, they playing games with people. And that's the enemy. That's the devil working through people. The devil loves to work through people. He loves to do that. That's why so many, people, they get played by somebody close to them in their family. It's the devil. Like, the devil only wants to kill, steal, and destroy. And some of us, we let him do that, but we don't have to. We can put on the full armor of God and, go into war with him fierce, and we can win the battle. But we have to be walking with the Most High God. We have to be in our word diligently. We have to be doing the right things behind the scenes and, in public. We have to be having integrity. We have to be walking in a posture of humility, doing what's right when nobody's watching, and being humble with the things that God blesses us with. All of this stuff is important. And, having a relationship with Jesus is the most important thing in your life. Everything else that you got going on, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't mean nothing. Because without God, nothing is important. Nothing is possible. So why would you want to live a life without God? You have to have God in your life and bring God into your relationships. Because at the end of the day, God is the only thing that matters. Like, seriously, like, if you really think about it, without him, nothing is possible. Some people, they put their family before God. How do you think God feels about that? Some people, they put their family before their marriage. The Bible says once a man leaves his father and mother, he's supposed to cleave to his wife. How could you put your family before your marriage? Yeah, family is always going to be important. That's where you come from. That's what you grew up with. But you got to do what God say. You got to live in order. God has an order. God is order. He wants order. So look, I want to challenge you to discern every situation you in, whether it's good or bad, whether it's whatever. You need to discern the situations in your life, the circumstances you're in. If you've been doing wrong and now you're in a messed up situation, you need to discern what happened and why, and fix the problem. And, discern the people in your life. And I want to remind you, everybody's not meant to stay with you forever. Some things are just meant for a season. So if you got to cut ties, do that. Pray about it. Wait for God to speak to you and do that. Cut them off. Because they blocking your blessings. They keeping you from walking in your destiny and, fulfilling your purpose in your life. And you never want to do that. Not for nobody else, nah. So look, remember that realize. I pray that this message blessed you. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you next time.